Hey guys, today, back by popular demand, I've got a 15-minute standing stretching routine. This one is going to hit the entire body and leave you feeling refreshed, relaxed, and hopefully a little bit more flexible. If you're ready to get started, grab your water, grab your mat, and let's go. Alright guys, let's get this one started in a comfortable standing position. Feet should be about hip width, arms hanging by your sides, shoulders down and back. And let's begin with some deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Filling your lungs with oxygen, releasing any thoughts that you might have, giving yourself this time just to stretch and to relax. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. On your next inhale, I want you to reach your fingertips up toward the sky, giving yourself a gentle back bend, and then release, arms back down to your side. Inhaling, reaching up to the sky, and exhaling, release. Let's do that one more time, reaching up through the fingertips, and this time we're going to do a side bend over to the right. Catching your left fingertips in your right hand if that helps you increase the stretch. You should be feeling this all along the left side of your body. And releasing back to center, switching over to the other side, making sure to keep your chest open and not collapse forward. Breathing here. And go ahead, inhale to center, releasing your arms back down to your side on your exhale. And once more inhaling, reaching fingertips up to the sky. And again, coming over to that right side bend. Gaze up toward the sky, with every inhale reaching a little further. Transitioning back to center, and then over to the left. A few breaths here. Find upright vertical position, reaching through the fingertips, making your body as long as you can, and then exhale, releasing the arms back down to your side. We're going to begin with some shoulder rolls here, so go ahead and take your shoulders up and back, inhaling as you squeeze up to your ears, and exhaling to release down and back. Visualizing the movement, exaggerating it, enjoying it. And when you're ready, switching directions, rolling them forward now. Noticing if there's any kinks or stiffness. And one more. Great. Finding center, we're now going to squeeze the shoulders up to the ears on the inhale, and exhale, pressing your shoulders down and back, creating length between your ears and your shoulders. Repeating at your own pace, trying to sync with the breath. And last one, releasing, shaking out your arms if that feels good to you. And now we're going to come to some shoulder stretches. So go ahead and take your right arm across your body, using your left arm to increase the stretch and maintaining the length between your ears and your shoulder blades. Breathing here. Great job. Release that arm. Bring it up and over, bending through the right elbow. Tricep stretch. Pressing down with the left hand just to increase the stretch. And if that's not doing it for you, you can always come into the full bind, clasping your hands behind your back, as I am doing here. And release. Go ahead and shake it out. And now let's switch over to the left side, taking the left arm across the body for a shoulder stretch. On your next inhale, reaching that left arm up and back, bending through the left elbow, feeling that great stretch all through the front of the left arm. If you like, coming into the full bind to deepen the stretch even further. Last breath. And release, shaking out the arms. We're going to come into some wrist stretches. So go ahead and extend your arms out in front of you, rotating through the wrists one way and then the other way. This is often an area we just forget to stretch, so it's a good thing to hit. Go ahead and extend through the right arm, palm facing away, and use your left hand to gently pull your fingertips toward you. Feeling a great stretch all along the top of your wrist and into your forearm. Awesome. Okay, now rotate your wrist. This time your palm should be facing you, and again pull your fingertips toward you with the left hand. You'll notice we're now hitting the opposite side of the forearm. Okay, nice. Let's do the other side. So extend your left arm, palm away, and use your right hand just to pull your fingertips gently towards you. And go ahead and rotate the wrist so that the palm is now facing towards you. And again, gently pull through the fingers. All right, enough with the wrists. Now let's hit the quads. So go ahead and find some stable ground, bending through the right leg, grabbing the right foot. Keeping your hips nice and level, meaning not leaning one way or the other. Chest up, pressing forward. You should be feeling this all through the front of the right leg. On the next inhale, unhooking the leg. And this time we're going to actually cross it, place the ankle over the left knee, and come into a figure four stretch. Again, keeping the chest lifted, not collapsing forward, squatting down as low as you can until you feel a nice hip opening butt stretch. Quite a challenge for the balance, especially in the wind. And release. Now we're going to come into the quad stretch on the left side, so bending through the left knee. Again, checking in with your hips. I often have a tendency to lean more one way than the other. And when I really stand up nice and straight, that's when I feel the stretch the best. And when you're ready, crossing that left leg over the right knee, coming into that figure four stretch. If you're not feeling this on the outside of your left thigh, try to sit down a little bit lower and maybe hang on to something if that helps you get into a deeper squat. And release, coming back to standing. Let's hit those hip flexors. So go ahead and step the left foot forward, coming into a nice high lunge. Left knee should be at 90 degrees, tracking over the left ankle. Right leg straight behind you. Visualize pressing forward through the right hip and backward through the left. And you should be feeling a great stretch all through the right groin area. And last breath, stepping forward. This time bringing the right foot out in front of you, flexing through the toes, coming into a hamstring stretch. Keeping the back nice and flat, hands at the hips or on the shin if that's easier. Breathing into the deep stretch all along the back of the leg. And we're actually going to repeat that sequence one more time. So go ahead and step back again with the right leg, coming into your high lunge, working through that right hip flexor. Inhaling, sinking a little bit deeper. And on your next exhale, stepping forward with the right foot, flexing through the toes again, hamstring stretch. Awesome. Come back up to standing. We're gonna take a quick full body stretch, reaching the fingertips up to the sky, savoring the moment, and then releasing your arms back down to your sides. Let's hit the other leg. So we're gonna step forward this time with the right foot, bending 90 degrees through the right knee. This time thinking about pressing forward through the left hip and pressing backward with the right hip. As we're chilling here, just check in with your posture, making sure your shoulders are down and back. Nice length between your ears and your shoulders. And last breath, stepping forward with the left leg, flexing through the foot. Hamstring stretch. I think of all the stretches, this one probably deserves the most breathing, just because it can be so intense. And last breath. Let's go ahead and transition back to that high lunge, stepping the left leg back behind you. Making sure the right knee is still only at 90 degrees, not going too far forward. Hands at the hips, or you can even reach them up to the sky if you're feeling like you need a little bit more length. And if you're ready, stepping that foot forward to come into a hamstring stretch one more time. I love it when boats go by in my videos. I think it's so cool. Looks like a postcard. Okay, you can release. We're almost done. Let's take one more full body stretch, reaching the fingertips up to the sky on the inhale. A little bit of a back bend. And this time on the exhale, you're gonna clasp your hands, pressing your palms away from you, hollowing through the back as you gaze down toward the ground. Inhaling and transitioning now to clasp your hands behind your back, opening through the chest, gazing up towards the sky. Such a great stretch to reinforce better posture. On your next breath, we're going to transition and do that set one more time. So pressing your palms away from you, looking down toward the ground. One more breath. Releasing your hands, clasping them behind your back, and opening again through the chest. Checking in with your breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Couple more stretches. Let's go for a spinal twist. So reaching your hands out in front of you, we're gonna open to the right, taking your right arm back behind you. Gentle bend in the knees here, keeping your chest nice and lifted. And releasing, bringing the right hand forward, and this time opening up to the left. Releasing to center. One more time, either side. And switch to the left. Lovely, unravel yourself. Inhaling to reach the fingertips up to the sky. And then on your exhale, folding all the way forward, keeping a gentle bend in the knees to come into a forward fold. Now do what feels good for you. If your hands are on your shins, that's fine. If you need a block, also fine. Alternatively, as I'm doing here, you can grab a hold of either elbow and come into a hanging rag doll, allowing all tension to drain out of the top of your head. And now if you like, you can add a little bit of a rock from side to side. Doing what feels good here, savoring the last few minutes of this stretching session. If you're happy hanging out in forward fold, please stay here. But if you would like to hit your shoulders one more time, go ahead and reach your arms up and back, clasping through the hands, allowing them to fall forward. Making sure that there's no tension in your face, keep everything nice and relaxed. Breathing deeply. Okay guys, time to come out of forward fold, so go ahead and bend through the knees, slowly rolling up into a standing position, one vertebrae at a time. And we are going to finish this with one more full body stretch. So go ahead and prepare yourself for the biggest inhale you've ever taken, reaching your arms up, making yourself as long as possible. Maybe you come up onto your tippy toes. And then release, exhaling, shoulders down and back, cactus arms. And we are done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this standing stretch routine. It was very highly requested. It's definitely one of my favorite things to film, so win-win. If you're thinking, hey, I have a great video idea that I'd really like Amy to make, please go ahead and leave me a comment below, and I will try my best to make it happen. Okay, bye!